Tonight on Inside Story, triumph after triumph.
I got injured in 2010 in Afghanistan. I lost both my legs and my right arm.
The work of one remarkable man.
So when can she start walking?
Now. I'm happy to walk now.
A fugitive from Saddam Hussein.
The fear of facing a bullet in the head was unimaginable.
A desperate refugee.
Curtin Detention Centre was simply hell on earth.
He now helps the lame walk tall.
He's my miracle man. He is absolutely my miracle man.
I've never seen Julie cry and Julie cry.
Normally you take 3 months before he is able to full weight bear.
I'm absolutely convinced this is the only way forward for any amputee, frankly. I don't want to be disabled anymore. No more.
Hello, I'm Layla McKinnon. Welcome to Inside Story. How could Arnold Schwarzenegger inspire a 12-year-old boy to become one of the world's great orthopaedic surgeons? A good question, and just one of many intriguing twists in the life of Munjed El-Madeiris, a privileged young Iraqi living in luxury who defied a dictator and narrowly escaped a bullet in the head. A refugee who arrived here with nothing, not even a name, only a number. And now a proud and brilliant Australian.
So you can feel this? You can feel me tapping?
Absolutely. For him to do what he does for me, he's my miracle man. He is absolutely my miracle man.
I strongly believe that this is the future for rehabilitating amputees, and it is a significant game changer.
Looks awesome.
Right, a little bit of it.
Tick.
Munjid's a dynamo, right, with a hammer, a big hammer. And he's running around hammering things.
He's playful at heart and he's so optimistic.
I can even do a donut. This is on the scale of speed is astronomical.
He's very passionate about his work. That's what I love about him.
I need to leave something behind me that would benefit humankind. That's my goal, that's who I am.
This is our dad.
And his name is Munjid.
And this is his story.
Woof, woof.
I was born in Iraq, in Baghdad. I was told from the time I could speak that work is an honor, and a person who does not have a work and is capable of working has no honor. At the age of 12, I watched the Terminator, the first movie. I was inspired by this movie. Living in Iraq through the war, seeing a lot of disabled people, that inspired me to make humans half machine.
How does it feel?
Oh, it feels bloody awesome.
It looks awesome. Sorry, you're just an object.
What we're doing here is cutting-edge technology. It's helping people to walk again as close as possible to normality. It's pretty much like science fiction. There's a titanium rod that inserts directly into the bone. That's what allows osseointegration, where the bone grows on the metal. Osseointegration technology involving inserting a titanium implant inside the skeleton, allowing the bone to grow on the implant and becomes one part.
I'm a structural engineer, so the concept actually made sense to me. The weight's taken through the bone,
And basically,
everything basically loads how it's supposed to. So it made sense to me on a functional level, but I never would have thought I would have got the function out of my life that I've got back.
10% of my patients are amputees due to tumours, and another 10% is as a result of infections.
I was diagnosed as bone cancer, and then after 6 months of chemotherapy, surgery, amputation, and survived.
The vast majority of patients that I see are trauma, whether motor vehicle accidents or war injured.
I got injured in 2010 in Afghanistan. I lost both my legs and my right arm on a bomb. I've had these legs now, I'm 2.5 weeks post-op, and I've been walking a week now, a week and a half, and it's just absolutely amazing. It's just a lot easier. 31st of December, I'm getting married. That's one of the reasons why I'm getting this done. so I can walk down the aisle.
Tell me what happened to you, Stephanie.
I was riding my bike.
Bicycle?
No.
Motorbike?
Yeah.
And how old were you?
19. I was only 19.
For centuries, people who lost their limb got fitted with traditional socket prosthesis. This socket prosthesis was invented in 1525. Not major developments has occurred since. Pretty much like a bucket. Cause all sorts of problems such as chafing, rubbing, friction, heat.
I'm always on the cusp of infection. I'm always mentally challenged with the pain.
Down, that's fine.
I just can't wear prosthetics the way they've been designed. I just can't. I try and I try and I try.
So how would you rate your socket satisfaction? Poor?
At the
Good?
moment,
Average?
I'd go for poor. I'm absolutely convinced this is the only way forward for any amputee, frankly. I don't want to be disabled anymore. No more.
Knock, knock. Anybody home?
Hey, g'day, mate. How are you?
How are you?
For him to do what he does for me, he's my miracle man. He is absolutely my miracle man. He is the light at the end of the tunnel. And it was a very dark tunnel. In May 2006, I had a collision with a 120-tonne road train that pinned me inside a cab for about 2.5 hours. I was airlifted to Townsville General Hospital, and I had an above-knee amputation on the left-hand side and my right leg was crushed. As a grown man, I certainly shed some tears when I lost my leg. It was one of those things that, you know, you think your whole life's over. It's all gone. It's been a long road over the last 9 years. I've had over 20 operations on both my legs. I've tried a number of prosthetic legs over the years. They've all either broken or failed. I've wasted years to get to a stage where I've worked out there are no more options. Give up, that's the end of it, no more. Stop spending money like it's you're just wasting it. You're pouring it down the drain. And I said to my wife, I said, that's it, wheelchair will have to do me. I've exhausted the avenues that I know. I can't do anything else.
This system's called Osseointegration, which means you don't have to wear the traditional socket.
Someone sent me a clip of a patient that had an above-knee osseointegration in Australia by a Dr. Munjidal Mudiris. And I thought, how good is that? It was July 2014. I went down and saw him at his clinic.
I said to him, look, from what I've seen, I think we'll be able to give you the chance to walk again. And he was very skeptical about it. And he said, oh, look, many people told me that before.
He told me I was a perfect candidate to have the operation, and you can genuinely tell he wanted to help me. Good boy.
He's a very determined, very focused guy, and it's been a successful journey.
Went straight to my daughter's graduation and I danced with her the pride of, well actually it was the not so pride of Erin. Everyone else was doing the pride of Erin, I was doing my own little thing, but anyway. But I danced with my daughter at a graduation, which is exactly what I wanted to do. It was one of the things that was on my list and it makes me a little bit teary.
In many ways, it's the classic refugee story. A wanted man facing certain death in Iraq, fleeing halfway around the world. A refugee in a leaky boat at the mercy of people smugglers. Detention, then freedom. A new life in a strange new land. And that's only the opening chapter.
Knock, knock. Morning.
Morning, how are you? Good.
Good to see you.
I've had diabetes for 20 years now. I only started on insulin probably 6 years ago, and the foot got osteomyelitis in it, and it's a bone infection, which is it's very hard to cure. Once you've got it, it seems to stay with you and just flares up.
All we're going to do is amputate the infected leg and replace it with a robotic limb.
The pain in the last couple of weeks has been horrendous. It made me decision to get rid of it because I've fought it for a long time.
We can control the infection and get rid of that part that is causing you harm, and then we can restore your mobility back and you go back on your feet, back to your work.
That's what I'm hoping on.
Okay.
Good on you, thanks.
done 6 cases today. All were joint replacements. Now I'm going to amputate Mr. Driver's leg. Okay, Nabil, happy if I start? My work day starts around 7 o'clock. Start by seeing patients and then doing surgeries. So please. That can go till 10 p.m. or sometimes longer.
I knew from the beginning that Munj's work was the most important thing in his life.
Just gonna be cutting the bone very soon. Okay.
His work is the biggest passion, and his first wife. He's married to his work.
Cockers, please. I'm very, very blessed and lucky that I have a very understanding wife who can put up with me and with my hours. She's a doctor as well.
We've been together for almost 10 years, and I'm still in love with him. Yeah.
We might go all the way, single stage, save him a second operation. I was born in Iraq, in Baghdad. My family were very well off. My uncle was an Iraqi prime minister at some stage. My father was the head of the Supreme Court. And my family in general were the second family in line to the throne. The minute Saddam Hussein came to power, everything changed in Iraq, and Iraq became a police state, and everybody was living in fear. I was a first-year resident in surgery, and everything was fine until that moment where I went to work as normal, and I faced the Republican Guards with the Ba'ath Party members escorting 3 busloads of army deserters. And they ordered us to abandon the elective list and start chopping these army deserters' ears off as punishment. The head of the department refused, and he said, no, this is against the Hippocratic oath, do no harm. They simply took him outside to the car park and they put a bullet in his head in front of everybody. They turned to the rest of us and they said, now, ladies and gentlemen, we attracted your attention. Anyone share this man's view, please come forward, otherwise proceed with our orders. The fear of facing a bullet in the head was unimaginable. I managed to hide in the female toilet for 5 hours until the surgeries finished. And then from there onward, I became an escapee, fighting for my life. I escaped from Iraq to Jordan, then to Malaysia, then to Indonesia, and then I ended up in a leaky boat heading to Australia. After spending 5 days in Christmas Island, I was taken to Curtin Detention Centre. It was in November 1999. Curtin Detention Centre was simply hell on earth. I was given a number, 982, and that remained my name for 10 months. From the minute I was released from the detention center outside the doors of Curtin, the first thing and the only thing that was in my mind is to find a job. Wakey, wakey. Let's have a look. Lift your leg up.
Can you see?
Oh, you put it all in.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
That makes me happy.
No?
That makes me happy.
Okay. Caring about patient is the most important element of being a doctor. I think you can be professional and you can be acting in empathy and kindness to your patients without being pompous and arrogant. I spoke to Cindy and I didn't speak to your wife, but I passed my regards to her. Okay?
Thanks.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Take care.
Munjay's brilliance has not gone unrecognised or unrewarded. He's found wealth and international fame, and now he's putting both to good use, living up to all his parents' expectations. For him, his work is indeed an honour.
Going to third world countries or developing countries, if you don't have the money to fund these trips, you cannot achieve what you want to achieve to these people, because these people have no means of helping themselves. How did she lose her leg?
She stepped on mine. The government sent her to cut the tree.
What year?
1989.
1989. You see a lot of sad stories in Cambodia, and there is a huge need for help.
The CSC is the Children's Surgical Centre in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. It's a charity and it offers free care primarily to children, but also to adults who are poor and cannot afford treatment in the government hospitals. We see about 20,000 patients per year, and we do about 5,000 operations.
But you have to have special adjustments in prostheses. Yeah, there are rotators.
Yes, with some adjustments.
I was approached by Jim and his team to go and visit Cambodia. I thought that he's a crazy guy. I still think that he's a crazy guy, but in a good way.
The question is, while they got the prosthesis, what is the risk after they got this used?
Yep. There are risks with this operation.
Okay. You know, this is not Australia, right?
Okay.
Everybody will walk out.
At first, I thought there might have been some fireworks between Jim and Munjid over the course of the week. I think a mutual degree of respect was gained both ways.
So you want to do him as number 2 today?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So this is what will happen. This will be inside your femur.
So big.
Huh?
So big.
It's big. Yeah, yours will be smaller, okay? But it will be inside. This gold will be sticking out of here. Will be sitting like this.
The cost to make him die.
Yes. Infection may make you die. It's not likely, but it may. It's like the amputation. This could have made you die. Same risk. The added challenge, working in a place like Cambodia, the working environment is completely different to Australia. So we have to use whatever is available and adapt. Actually, you can mount this. If you undo this, you can mount this to my own device. I'm hammering the implant in, so he will throw clots. I believe that I treat my team as equals and as peers. I need the 130 or 140 by something.
I think it's a good partnership that we have. It is more of a partnership than anything else.
X-ray. Obviously, there is leadership and there is hierarchy, but that doesn't mean that one person is more important than another.
He feels a little bit happy.
Lift up your leg. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Let's see what he can do. Can he walk?
Less than 24 hours since the surgery. Normally you take 3 months before he is able to full weight bear. Are you happy? I've never seen Julie cry, and Julie cried. She was very emotional. You need to walk with crutches for 3 months. No, it doesn't look too bad at all. Well done. Belinda is my right hand. She's always there for advice.
My water lilies came from there, probably going to die in the next few days.
We travel a lot. We work very hard, but at the same time, we enjoy our time. I can make them make the adapters.
You can ask them to make the adapters.
You can ask them to make the adapters.
Make the adapters.
I can make you make the adapters.
He's playful at heart and he's so optimistic. I've very rarely ever seen him down.
It goes in one ear and out the other of you.
We're also involved in some other surgeries there whilst we were there. Corrective surgeries for people who had severe deformities.
She will have a cut over here, okay? Bring the leg back. It is very common practice that children, when they get fever or any kind of illness, they get injected with different types of injections in their thigh, and sometimes these injections carry contamination. She develops significant contracture in her leg, and her knee bends the wrong way. Deformity would progress and get worse with time. The more she grows, the more her knee will bend in the wrong direction, and she would very likely lose her leg eventually.
I told you, inner tubes. Get an inner tube today.
The decision was made to reconstruct the little girl's leg, and it was successful. Fine tooth forceps, please. That's the interval. Here it is. See that? How are you? You look good. You have it.
What is that?
It was fantastic to be involved in that. It was so life-changing, and culturally in that area as well, my understanding of it is when you do have a deformity, that it brings shame upon the family and basically they're hidden away.
You feel me here?
The smile that I saw on this kid's face was unbelievable, and her mum was so grateful and so thankful. It was a great joy that we felt as a team.
Good. You happy?
I strongly believe that if you help one person to have a better life, that's achieving something. And if you have the ability to help many people, that's achieving more.
So when can she start walking?
Now. I'm happy to walk now. She can walk.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe, but when Munjed first arrived in Australia, we didn't really want him. Like many a refugee, he fought like hell to get his first job. He sent out dozens and dozens of applications before he found a hospital that would have him. Now, of course, everyone wants a piece of him and his brilliance.
Sometimes we make this joke that I see my husband on a TV more often than I see him at home. But I don't mind this at all.
He's interesting, he's funny, he's enthusiastic, but sometimes he just wants to relax from a hard week of work.
The quality of time when we spend together, when we go on holidays together or when on the weekend, this time treasured by both of us so much that I don't think that I would actually change it to other way around.
This is?
The shoulders.
Correct.
His job is about putting metal legs in their bones to replace it.
You are smart, Sophia. Arena now is expecting a new child, and also break my heart that I have a commitment overseas at the same time as Arena is having the baby.
The bum cheeks are not equal.
I do feel guilty about my family, and especially watching them growing up, and I'm not a big part of their life.
It might seem like he doesn't spend much time with us, but he's always doing it for a good reason. Do you have a wire on you?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a wire?
What did you do?
I want to become a surgeon just like him. I feel that I just want to follow in his footsteps, become the exact same type of surgeon, do exact same things.
You met Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin, I've met.
How many weeks now?
5 weeks. They're a little bit amazed that I'm walking so quick.
You're not amazed?
No, I'm not. It's something I want to do.
Sure. We are all in this world as visitors, and we have a duty in life, and that duty is to contribute to humanity. How much pain do you have?
Phantom pain, absolutely horrendous. Pain doctor just wanted you to have a look at that lump at the back.
Yeah, that's how I put it. That's how I made it.
Well, he died of fright when he saw that.
Yeah, I know that. Hey. Have a look.
What are you laughing for? I'm freaking serious. Thanks very much.
See you, mate.
Thanks for everything.
I'm definitely not a miracle worker. I'm an ordinary doctor, but I believe very strongly that if I can make a difference to a human life, I would do it.
Come on, Freddie, faster.
Yeah. I'm back.
Hey, driver.
Say hello, Grandpa. Hey, honey. He's part of your family.
Thank you very much.
He's the best uncle in the world, or he's the best brother in the world. He's there, part of your life. And he is part of your life.
And hopefully that will give you the comfort that you need. I regard myself as a proud Australian, and I do not think that I would have achieved what I achieved if I was in Iraq, and that is transforming lives.
Okay, see you later. Bye-bye. I'm very proud of my dad. Very good role model.